But your running back situation right now, maybe as compared from a depth standpoint to yours.
Yeah, this is the most depth we've had in the spring in a long time, so we're excited about that part of it. We had a couple guys we pulled out of practice today, and we were still able to get through it.
What has Keith Ford brought to the whole picture?
Keith Ford is a guy who's played in some real games. He brings us a physical presence, a guy who's also a home run hitter.
How much difference is he than say Trey Carson last year? Because you say
they're totally different. Yeah, well, Trey's a bigger back. Trey carried about 240 pounds. Keith Ford's about 215. He just runs very, very physical. He likes to punish the defender when he runs, kind of like Trey. But one of the differences, he has top end speed, which every time he touches it, there's a chance that he'll break a long one.
What about Malzone, his stout? Does he like multiple backs back there during the game? Does he like an established starter? What's his philosophy?
You're gonna have to ask Mazzoni what his philosophy is on that. Yeah.
Just get them all ready.
Yeah, but we've placed a large emphasis on the run game, and it's been really, really good for those guys. They feel like coach is going to call some runs because we've placed an emphasis on running the ball this spring.
How has Ford's presence challenged James White, and how important of a spring and fall camp will it be for James?
It's a huge spring for James. We had high expectations for James on last season, and didn't quite work out with the injuries. Keith Ford's coming here, and he's not only pushed James, but he's pushed the rest of the guys in the group. And really, they've all pushed each other because from, practice 9?
I think so.
And each day, and as we go through the spring, one of those guys has stepped forward to say, I want to be the guy. And Keith Ford's in that group. James is in that group, as well as a guy like Kendall Bussey.
James was also talking about becoming more of a leader in the locker room. Have you seen that, maybe vocally and on the field?
Yeah, he's definitely a leader. He's the old man of the group. He's been around here a long time. He kind of understands the way Coach Sumlin likes things, and he's been a leader not just in the running back room, but he's been a leader throughout the locker room as well as on the practice field with the rest of the team.
Would you say Bussey's ahead of Travion Williams right now, Clarence?
I'm not prepared to say that right now. I think we've seen some great things from both of those guys. Travion should be going to the prom next week, and he's coming in here and he's shown that he deserves to be here. He actually deserves a chance to play, and we're glad he's here. He's shown us the things that we saw when we were recruiting him, so we're excited about Travion.
How good can a healthy James White be?
A healthy James White can be really good. Last spring, it was one of the reasons why, because James had such a great spring, why we were able to move Brandon over to defense. When he's healthy, he's really, really good. And we're trying to get him, he's healthy right now. We're just trying to get him to maintain his weight, not get too big where he's slow. So we can get him about 212. We feel really good about James.
How's your communication been with Jim Turner so far?
Communication with Jim Turner has been really good. We're excited about him being back. He's one of the best in the business, and we're just happy to work with him.
You said there's been a big emphasis put on the running game.
Mm-hmm.
How is that different than maybe in the past?
Well, Coach Mazzoni, he's been a guy who runs the ball quite a bit, and he wants to establish the run, kind of slow down those pass rushers, and have guys, us control the line of scrimmage from a run game standpoint.
Does that change the way you work with the guys at all, knowing that the running game is going to be more emphasized?
No, it doesn't change the way we work with them. Our job is to run the ball, catch the ball, and when we get our chance to get the ball, our job is to protect the ball. So that hadn't changed.
How much does White's experience maybe give him an edge to get more of the carries, or does it?
It doesn't give him an edge. Those guys, when you look at it, there's only one guy who's played in a lot of big-time games, and that's Keith Ford. So whoever is the guy on next season is going to be a guy who shows us that he deserves to be the guy. It doesn't matter if you're a freshman incoming or if you've been here 4 years like James. We want to put the best guy out on the field.
All right, Coach, it's kind of an oddball question. You've seen Von Miller. You got good dance moves?
You watched any of that?
I have not.
How about the wife at home? Did she update you on Vaughn and the
You know, we spent all of our time following UTEP women's basketball, so we hadn't had a chance to watch Von Miller and the dance moves.